Welcome, Divine Soul. You didn't stumble on this video by accident. 1111 has called you here. This is your spiritual wake-up call, a supernatural alignment signaling that the universe is preparing to release large amounts of money into your life. In the next 23 minutes, as you listen and open your heart, a powerful metaphysical prayer will unlock financial blessings, unexpected opportunities, and prosperity flowing directly into your hands. Imagine your bank account shifting, doors opening, and wealth chasing after you. This moment is sacred. Stay with me, because what you're about to receive can transform your entire financial reality forever. Don't miss your breakthrough. Like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs abundance today. Drop 1111 in the comments to activate your energy, and check the bio to subscribe to my other channel for inspiring women-focused content. Numbers have always been more than digits to those who pay attention. They carry vibrations, patterns, and signals that reach beyond the physical world. Among all repeating numbers, 1111 has a magnetic pull that makes people pause and ask, "Why am I seeing this?" For many, it's more than coincidence. It feels like a whisper from the universe, a code written in light, reminding us that something is aligning. And when it comes to money, wealth, and abundance, 1111 is a call to expect manifestation to unfold rapidly. Think of 1111 as a spiritual doorway. Imagine walking through a grand arch where everything you've been praying, visualizing, and affirming suddenly gains momentum. It's as if heaven and earth are shaking hands to make your desires tangible. The reason this number is so powerful is that the digit 1 represents creation, beginnings, and individuality. When repeated 4 times, it's not just amplified, it's multiplied. 4 pillars of creation stand before you, and you are invited to step in. Now, why is 1111 connected to money manifestation? Because wealth is not only about numbers in a bank account, it's about alignment with universal flow. Money is energy. It responds to frequency, belief, and intention. When you see 1111, it's a reminder that your thoughts are creating quickly. The vibration of abundance is active, and you are being nudged to focus with clarity. If you think fear, you multiply fear. If you think wealth, you multiply wealth. At 1111, the universe is saying, choose wisely, because what you focus on now expands fast. There's also something metaphysical about timing. Many traditions teach that windows of energy open at certain points in time. Some call it portals, others call it alignment. But across cultures, repeating numbers, especially 1111, signal moments where prayer, meditation, and affirmations are supercharged. That's why when you engage in a money prayer at 1111, you're not just speaking words. You're sending them on a lightning bolt straight into the realm of manifestation. Let me give you a real-world example. A woman once shared that she began noticing 1111 every day, sometimes twice. At first, she ignored it, but eventually, she decided to use those moments to declare abundance. She whispered, "Money flows to me easily. I am in alignment with prosperity." Within weeks, she received unexpected checks, new clients for her business, and even a gift from a family member that she never anticipated. What changed? Her circumstances. Yes, but more importantly, her awareness. She treated 1111 not as random digits, but as sacred timing. Psychologists call this the frequency illusion. Once your mind notices a pattern, it seems to appear more often. But here's the deeper truth. Noticing is the first stage of alignment. You begin to pay attention, and where attention goes, energy flows. By seeing 1111 and linking it to money prayers, you create a magnetic loop. Your awareness fuels your faith fuels your actions, and your actions draw opportunities. This is why, when you hear the phrase in our title, expect large amounts of money, in 23 minutes. It's not about superstition. It's about expectation. Expectation is the highest form of faith. The number 23 is a symbolic time frame. It pushes your mind into belief that something can happen now. Not someday. The universe doesn't need time to create. It only needs your belief to unlock what already exists. When you combine the alignment of 1111 with the urgency of expectation, money doesn't just become possible, it becomes probable. And here's the deeper layer. 1111 is also about oneness with divine will. It reminds you that abundance isn't just for your comfort, it's for your purpose. Money in the right hands becomes a tool for good, feeding families, building businesses, supporting dreams, and lifting others. When you honor 1111 as a sacred reminder, you don't just manifest wealth for yourself. You align with the higher reason why that wealth should flow to you. So the next time you see 1111 on a clock, a receipt, or even in your dreams, pause. Don't scroll past it. Don't laugh it off. Whisper your declaration. I am aligned with abundance. Money flows to me now, because at that very moment, the universe is waiting for your permission to deliver. Expectation is not wishful thinking. It's a magnet. While hope looks into the future with uncertainty, expectation pulls the future into the present with conviction. When we say expect large amounts of money in 23 minutes, it is not a gimmick. It is a spiritual exercise in training your mind and spirit to believe in immediacy. The truth is, money doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to faith, certainty, and aligned expectation. Imagine walking into a restaurant. When you place your order, you don't sit nervously wondering if food will come. You don't beg the waiter to bring your meal. You expect it. You know that because you've placed the order. The kitchen is already preparing it. That's exactly how manifestation works. Your prayer is the order. Your faith is the confirmation slip. Your expectation is the seat at the table, knowing without doubt that your meal is coming. So how does this translate to financial breakthrough? Many people pray for money but cancel their request with doubt. They say, I believe abundance is coming, but then immediately think, but what if it doesn't? That inner contradiction weakens the flow. The universe is not confused. It simply mirrors back what you send. If you send mixed signals, you receive mixed results. Expectation clears the signal. It says with authority, this money is already mine. I don't chase it. I don't doubt it. I receive it. There's a psychological principle at play here as well. Studies in neuroscience show that the brain's reticular activating system, RAS, filters information based on what we expect or believe. If you expect scarcity, your mind notices obstacles, bills, and debts. If you expect wealth, your mind notices opportunities, open doors, and creative solutions. The difference is not in the world outside. It's in the lens you're looking through. Expectation sharpens that lens until money possibilities shine everywhere. Let me illustrate this with a story. A young entrepreneur once told me she set a 23-minute expectation prayer every day. She would pause, set her phone timer, and declare, in the next 23 minutes, I will see a sign of money flowing to me. At first, nothing major happened, just small reminders like finding coins on the ground or seeing a random ad about financial abundance. But she kept the practice alive. Within weeks, clients began paying invoices early. Unexpected refunds appeared in her account, and partnerships opened that had been delayed for months. Why? Because she wasn't just wishing, she was expecting. Her energy shifted from waiting to receiving, and the flow followed. Expectation also changes posture. When you expect something, you prepare for it. If you expect a guest, you clean your home. If you expect rain, you carry an umbrella. If you expect money, you begin to behave differently. You make room for it. Some people say they want financial overflow, but their mindset, their bank accounts, and their daily habits are not ready to hold it. Expectation makes you a vessel fit for abundance. There is also a spiritual principle hidden here. The moment you expect, you remove the energy of begging. Begging keeps you in a place of lack, but expectation raises you into partnership with the divine. It is saying, I trust the source, I trust the process, I trust the flow, and trust releases tension. When tension is gone, your energy becomes magnetic. Think about a radio station. To hear your favorite song, you don't beg the radio waves. You tune into the right frequency. The waves were always there. Your expectation was the act of adjusting the dial. Similarly, money is always flowing in the universe. It is energy, moving, circulating, transferring from hand to hand. The question is, are you tuned in? Expectation tunes your dial to abundance. Once tuned, you don't force it. You just receive what's already playing. Now, let's touch the emotional core. Many people grew up with beliefs that money is scarce, hard to get, or even unspiritual. Expectation confronts these lies head on. It reprograms your inner world. Every time you set an expectation, especially with numbers like 23 minutes at 11:11, you're rewriting your subconscious. You're teaching your heart that wealth is natural, that increase is normal, and that money is your ally, not your enemy. Expectation is not passive. It's powerful action in the invisible. It's waking up and saying, something financial is aligning for me today. It's opening your bank app with joy instead of fear. It's speaking gratitude before the money arrives, because in your spirit, it already has. This is why prayers mixed with expectation work faster. They move from someday to now. So, in this very moment, declare it with me. I expect financial overflow. I expect large amounts of money to flow into my life now. I am tuned into the frequency of wealth. Speak it not as a request, but as a fact, because expectation is the switch that turns the invisible into the visible. To truly unlock wealth through prayer and metaphysical practice, you must understand this truth. Money is energy. Most people think of money only as paper, coins, or numbers in a bank account, but those are just symbols. The real essence of money is flow and exchange of value, a current of energy moving through people, businesses, and systems. That's why the very word currency comes from the root, current, meaning flow. Once you grasp this, your relationship with money changes forever. Energy is never created or destroyed. It only changes form. The same is true with money. When you spend it, it doesn't disappear. It moves into someone else's hands, fueling their business, paying their employees, and eventually circulating back into the economy. When you receive it, you're not taking from someone else. You're allowing that current to flow into your life because you have become a vessel aligned with it. This is where metaphysical prayer comes in. A prayer is not just words, it's energy release. When you speak abundance into existence, you are not begging the universe to create money out of thin air. You are commanding energy to rearrange itself in your favor. Opportunities, ideas, and connections are forms of energy that lead to financial gain. Money itself is a result of alignment with flow. Think of it like water. If you place a rock in a stream, the water will not stop. It will simply flow around the obstacle. But if you remove the blockage, the water moves freely. Again, many people have rocks of fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs blocking their money flow. They pray for increase, but at the same time, they think, I don't deserve wealth, or money is too hard to get. These mental rocks divert the flow, but when you remove them through metaphysical prayer, affirmations, and expectation, you open the river and the current of abundance flows with force. One powerful practice is to visualize money not as paper but as golden light. See it flowing like a river into your life, into your wallet, into your business, into your home. The more you see it as energy, the less fear you carry. Fear says, What if it runs out? But energy never runs out. It simply shifts. And when you align your frequency with abundance, you draw that energy. Let's take a real-life example. A man once shifted his view of money from scarcity to flow. Instead of saying, "I don't have enough," he began affirming, "Money is energy, and energy is infinite. I am open to receive." Within weeks, unexpected sources of income opened. A friend repaid an old loan. A new side opportunity appeared. And he even won a small lottery prize. The shift wasn't luck, it was alignment. He stopped chasing money like a lost object and started attracting it as energy. There is also a scientific side. Quantum physics tells us that everything at its core is energy vibrating at certain frequencies. Money is no different. When you carry thoughts of abundance, your vibration rises and you resonate with the frequency of wealth. That's why gratitude and joy are so powerful. They are high vibrations. Worry, fear, and envy lower your frequency and block the flow. Prayer that is mixed with gratitude isn't just positive thinking. It's a metaphysical frequency reset. It tunes your whole being to receive. Now, let's bring this back to the 1111 money prayer. When you align your declaration with the time 1111, you're synchronizing with a moment of universal balance. Think of it as two parallel lines, your inner energy and the universe's outer energy, meeting in perfect alignment. At that moment, when you declare money as energy, you amplify its flow. That's why people often experience fast results when they mix prayer with repeating numbers. It's not superstition, it's synchronization. Here's a practical exercise. The next time you see 1111, pause, close your eyes, and imagine money as light. Breathe deeply and say, "Money is flowing to me now. I am in alignment with the energy of abundance. I release all blocks. I receive freely." Do this for 23 minutes if you can, or even for a few focused breaths. Watch how your mood shifts, how your confidence grows, and how soon after opportunities begin to appear. But here's the deeper truth. Money is not the goal. It's the byproduct. The real goal is alignment with flow. When you align with energy, money becomes effortless. It comes through your ideas, through people who are drawn to help you, through doors that suddenly swing open. And because energy is infinite, your potential for wealth is infinite. So stop treating money as a scarce object to chase. Treat it as energy in motion, and you will no longer worry about how or when it comes. You will simply know, I am connected to the current of abundance, and it flows to me without limit. Words are not just sounds. They are containers of power. Every time you speak, you are releasing vibrations into the universe that shape your reality. Ancient wisdom, science, and modern metaphysics all agree on one principle: what you speak consistently, you eventually live. If money is energy, then words are the commands that direct that energy into form. Think about it, the world you live in right now, your income, your lifestyle, your financial habits, was built not only by your actions, but also by the words you spoke over time. Every time you said, "I can't afford this," or "money doesn't stay with me," you programmed your subconscious mind to repel wealth. Your tongue created your experience. But the opposite is also true. When you declare, "Money flows to me easily and consistently," your inner world shifts and your outer world follows. Even science backs this up. Researchers in linguistics and psychology have discovered that words create neural patterns in the brain. When you speak a phrase repeatedly, your brain rewires itself to believe it. Once belief is established, your actions and perceptions automatically align with it. This is why affirmations work. They are not empty phrases. They are vibrational blueprints that train your mind to attract what you declare. Now, let's tie this to the metaphysical money prayer. When you speak at 1111, your words become supercharged. It's not just about the number. It's about the awareness. You are fully conscious in that moment, fully expectant and fully aligned. That intensity makes your declaration like a spiritual decree. Imagine a king signing a royal order. The words written on paper change the destiny of an entire kingdom. In the same way, your spoken word at 11:11 is a decree that shifts the flow of energy toward your financial life. A powerful example comes from a man who was drowning in debt. Every morning, instead of repeating his worries, he began declaring, "I am financially free. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. My bank account overflows." He eventually landed a consulting deal that cleared his debts and gave him savings for the first time in years. His shift began not with money in hand, but with words in his mouth. Here's why words matter so much. Your subconscious cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. If you keep saying, "I'm broke," your subconscious accepts it and looks for evidence to confirm it. If you keep saying, "I am abundant," your subconscious accepts that too and filters your reality to match it. That's why the language you use around money is critical. It's not about lying to yourself. It's about choosing the reality you want to feed. Let's make this practical. At the next 11:11 moment, you see, try this spoken declaration. I open my life to financial overflow. I am a magnet for wealth. Money finds me in miraculous ways. I give thanks for the abundance that surrounds me now. Say it not timidly, but with authority. Speak it as if it is already happening. Because in the energetic realm, it is when you pray or declare with authority, you bypass the energy of doubt. You're not asking the universe as if it's withholding. You're commanding in alignment with what's already available. Remember, silence holds power, but spoken word releases it. A thought kept in the mind is private energy, but a word spoken aloud is public energy, vibrating through sound waves and imprinting the atmosphere around you. That's why you often feel a shift in your mood after speaking affirmations. You've literally changed the energy of your environment. Here's a deeper insight. Money itself responds to spoken respect. If you constantly curse money, saying it's evil or dirty, it will stay away from you. But if you bless money, thanking it for what it provides, honoring it as a tool for good, it multiplies in your hands. Your words either welcome or repel wealth. So, the role of the spoken word in metaphysical money prayer is simple but profound. It commands the invisible into the visible. Just as an architect speaks out a plan before a building is constructed, your declarations lay the foundation for financial abundance. Before you see the first dollar, therefore, don't wait until your circumstances look wealthy to speak wealth. Speak it when your pockets are empty. Speak it when your bills are due. Speak it when doubt whispers in your ear, because the consistency of your spoken word builds the bridge between your current situation and your future manifestation. If words are the commands that direct energy, then visualization is the screen that projects the future into your present. Your imagination is not just fantasy. It is the workshop of creation. Everything you see around you today existed first in someone's mind before it became real. The phone in your hand, the house you live in, the money in your account. All of it began as an idea, an image, a vision. This is why visualization is a critical part of metaphysical money prayer. You must see it before you hold it. When you close your eyes and imagine yourself living in abundance, you are not pretending. You are programming. The subconscious mind works in pictures, not just words. When you visualize financial increase, you bypass logical resistance and speak directly to the creative power of your subconscious. Over time, your mind accepts the image as reality, and your actions, decisions, and energy align to make it true. Consider this. Athletes have used visualization for decades to enhance performance. Olympic champions spend hours mentally rehearsing their routines, seeing themselves winning gold before they step onto the field. Neuroscience shows that when you vividly imagine an action, your brain activates the same pathways as if you were actually performing it. Visualization literally rewires your brain for success. If it works for sports, why not for money? Let's connect this to our prayer practice. At 11:11, when the universe is in alignment, don't just speak wealth, see it. Imagine logging into your bank account and watching the balance climb. Imagine walking into a store and paying without stress. Imagine your debts cleared, your wallet full, your lifestyle elevated. See the joy on your face. Feel the relief in your chest. Taste the freedom of financial overflow. The clearer your vision, the faster your reality bends toward it. There's a powerful story of a man who was broke but decided to practice visualization daily. Every night, he imagined holding a check with his name on it for $10,000. He visualized the paper, the ink, the numbers, even the feeling of excitement as he cashed it. Months later, he received a legal settlement he had forgotten about. Exactly $10,000. Was it coincidence? Or was it his subconscious aligning circumstances to match his vision? The metaphysical answer is clear. He saw it before it arrived, so it had no choice but to appear. Visualization also raises your vibration. When you imagine abundance, your body doesn't know the difference between vision and reality. It feels joy as if it has already happened. That joy is high-frequency energy, and money is attracted to high frequencies. This is why worry blocks money. When you visualize debt, stress, and lack, you attract more of the same. But when you visualize prosperity, you send out a frequency that pulls wealth into your orbit. Here's a simple practice. Set a 23-minute timer the next time you see 11:11. For those 23 minutes, visualize abundance without interruption. See yourself living in wealth, but go deeper. See yourself using that wealth for good. Picture yourself blessing your family, giving generously, building projects that uplift others. This multiplies your visualization's power because it aligns with a higher purpose. Money loves purpose. When you attach your vision to service, the flow expands. Another key is detail. Don't just say, "I want money." Be specific in your imagery. Visualize the exact lifestyle you want. The car, the home, the freedom to travel, the peace of paying bills with ease. The subconscious loves clarity. The more detailed your image, the faster it takes root. But visualization isn't just about seeing. It's about feeling. If you imagine wealth without emotion, the picture is empty. You must attach feeling, excitement, gratitude, relief, joy. These emotions are the fuel that power the image. When your vision is charged with emotion, your subconscious believes it faster, and the universe responds quicker. Let me share a practical tip. Create a money vision board. Fill it with images of abundance, cash, homes, travel, generosity. Then, when you pray at 11:11, use the board to guide your visualization. Stare at the images, close your eyes, and step into that reality in your mind. Over time, your outer world will begin to match the board you built. Remember this truth. If you cannot see it within, visualization is not optional. It is essential. It's not daydreaming. It's blueprinting. You are the architect of your financial future, and your mind is the drafting table. Every picture you hold long enough becomes a wall, a floor, a door in your reality. So when you engage in metaphysical money prayer, don't just speak, see. Don't just hope, imagine. Let your mind walk into the wealth you desire until it feels natural. Because the moment your subconscious accepts the vision, your reality must shift to catch up with it. Time is not just hours on a clock. It is energy. Certain moments carry unique vibrations, and when you align with them, your prayers and intentions gain momentum. That is why the 23-minute window in our prayer is so significant. It is not superstition. It is sacred timing. Just as farmers know the best season to plant seeds, there are spiritual seasons when planting your intentions produces accelerated harvests. Think of 23 minutes as a focused container of faith. Many people pray without boundaries, vague, scattered, and distracted. But when you set a timer for 23 minutes, you are saying, for this moment, my energy is undivided. My focus is sharp. My belief is active. That intensity compresses your energy like a laser beam. And what could have taken months can manifest in days or even moments. Why 23 numbers carry vibrations? In numerology, the number 2 represents partnership and alignment, while the number 3 represents creativity, growth, and multiplication. When combined, 23 symbolizes alignment with divine creation that multiplies quickly. It is a reminder that when you align your energy 2 with divine expansion 3, the result is manifestation with speed. This is why the prayer emphasizes expecting large amounts of money in 23 minutes, because expectation within a set window creates urgency, and urgency activates faith. Think of a deadline. When you know you have a task due in 24 hours, you focus intensely and accomplish more in one day than you might in a week. The 23-minute window creates a spiritual deadline for your belief. It forces you to concentrate all your power of expectation into the present moment. The universe responds not to laziness, but to intensity. There's also a psychological principle at work. The human brain is wired for short bursts of deep focus. Studies in neuroscience show that people can sustain peak concentration for about 25 minutes before attention begins to waver. By choosing a 23-minute prayer window, you are working in harmony with your brain's natural rhythm. You're not forcing yourself into hours of scattered wishing. You're channeling sharp, powerful focus within the window where your mind is most effective. Now imagine combining this scientific truth with spiritual alignment. At 11:11, the universe opens a symbolic doorway. Add 23 minutes of undistracted visualization, affirmation, and declaration, and you have a formula for acceleration. It is like planting a seed in the most fertile soil at the exact right season, then watering it with concentrated sunlight. Growth becomes inevitable. A woman once shared that she practiced the 23-minute window daily. She would set her phone alarm, light a candle, and focus solely on abundance for that period. No distractions, no phone scrolling, no doubts, just pure intention. Within weeks, unexpected job offers, business opportunities, and financial gifts began pouring in. She said the difference wasn't the words she prayed. It was the focused timing that made her belief sharper and her energy magnetic. This window also teaches discipline. Many people want wealth, but lack the consistency to align with it. The 23-minute practice trains your spirit to focus daily, to build momentum, and to strengthen the muscles of faith. Just as athletes train their bodies with repetition, you train your energy with repeated focused prayer. Over time, it becomes effortless, and the flow of money begins to feel natural. Another reason timing matters is that it breaks the habit of procrastination. Most people say, one day I'll be wealthy, but one day never comes. By setting a specific time and duration, you remove the vagueness of someday and declare, it begins now. That shift from future hope to present expectation is what moves energy into manifestation. Here's how you can practice it. The next time you see 11:11, set a timer for 23 minutes. During that time, do 3 things. Declare affirmations out loud, visualize abundance in detail, and give thanks as if it has already arrived. Don't check the clock. Don't allow interruptions. Don't dilute your focus. At the end of 23 minutes, release it with confidence. Don't beg, expect. Don't wonder now. Then go about your day as if money is already moving toward you. Think of it this way. If words are the seeds, visualization is the water, and gratitude is the sunlight, then 23 minutes is the greenhouse. It creates the right conditions for your manifestation to grow faster than it would in the open air. The lesson here is clear. Timing amplifies energy. Just as the tide rises and falls at set hours, spiritual energy has windows of alignment. The 23-minute practice is your tide. It lifts your faith, carries your intention, and sweeps abundance into your life with acceleration. So the next time you align your prayer with this sacred timing, remind yourself, in these 23 minutes, the universe bends in my favor. In these 23 minutes, money is magnetized to me. In these 23 minutes, my manifestation accelerates. And then watch how doors open faster, money flows smoother, and miracles arrive quicker than you imagined. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It is a powerful spiritual key that aligns your frequency with abundance and opens the door for more blessings to flow into your life. When you show gratitude, even for the smallest things, you are telling the universe and the Creator that you are ready to handle more. Gratitude shifts your focus away from what you lack and tunes your heart to what you already have, creating a magnetic force that attracts wealth and opportunities. Imagine a person who receives a gift and never acknowledges it. Over time, you would feel less inclined to give them more because they never valued what was already placed in their hands. The same is true in the spiritual realm. Gratitude proves that you respect, honor, and appreciate the blessings already delivered. When you say, "Thank you for the money I already have. Thank you for the opportunities on the way. Thank you for the favor surrounding me," you multiply what you have. Science even confirms this principle. Studies in positive psychology reveal that people who practice daily gratitude journaling increase their sense of well-being and also notice greater opportunities in life. Why? Because gratitude literally rewires the brain to see abundance instead of lack. When you focus on abundance, you unconsciously draw more of it toward you. There's a metaphysical law that says whatever you magnify with your attention expands in your experience. Gratitude magnifies abundance. Complaining magnifies lack. If you complain about not having enough money, you are unknowingly creating more circumstances to reinforce that lack. But when you say, "I am grateful for every coin, every bill, every opportunity," you start to vibrate in harmony with wealth. Think about those who always carry a grateful spirit. Even when they don't have much, they seem to glow with joy, peace, and confidence. And because they radiate such a powerful energy, people and opportunities are naturally drawn to them. Gratitude makes you magnetic. It draws resources, partnerships, and financial blessings without struggle. Here's a simple exercise. Take 23 minutes every day, preferably around 11:11, to close your eyes and thank the universe for money you already see in your imagination. Say out loud, "Thank you for the increase in my finances. Thank you for the unexpected streams of income. Thank you for the doors opening right now." By giving thanks before the money arrives, you are demonstrating faith. Faith plus gratitude equals manifestation. Some of the wealthiest and most influential people in the world practice gratitude rituals daily. They may not always talk about it publicly, but behind closed doors, they affirm thankfulness for what they have and what's coming. This is why doors keep opening for them. Gratitude doesn't just make you richer financially, it makes you rich in peace, relationships, and purpose. Even spiritually, ancient texts remind us that when we give thanks before asking, blessings overflow. Gratitude prepares the heart to receive. The powerful metaphysical prayer you are learning to pray becomes unstoppable when gratitude is added to it. Without gratitude, prayer can become empty repetition. With gratitude, prayer becomes charged with supernatural energy. So when expecting large amounts of money to manifest, do not fix your heart only on what is missing. Instead, begin to thank God and the universe for what is already present. Be grateful for the roof over your head, the meal on your table, the breath in your lungs, and the opportunities that are yet unseen. Gratitude turns invisible blessings into visible ones. This is the secret. If you want money to come quickly, shift from asking to thanking. Stop begging, start celebrating, stop worrying, start praising. That is how gratitude transforms your financial reality.